Today, we're diving into the story of an architectural wonder that's as breathtakingly beautiful as it is remote. This is the story of a true masterpiece of human history, the Minaret of Jam.
I mean, just look at this. Tucked away deep in the heart of Afghanistan, this incredible tower has watched over this lonely, dramatic landscape for centuries. It's an absolutely stunning sight, isn't it?
And that's really why we're talking about it today, because for all its strength and all its history, this ancient treasure is facing a modern-day crisis that could literally wipe it off the map forever. So let's get a real sense of what exactly is at stake here.
First off, we're talking about some serious scale. This tower shoots 65 meters into the sky. To put that into perspective, that's about the height of a 20-story building. An unbelievable feat of engineering, especially for the time it was built.
And its location is just as dramatic as its height. It's not in some bustling city. It's hidden away in this rugged valley, almost 2,000 meters above sea level. For hundreds of years, that isolation was its best defense. But now, that very same remoteness has become its greatest weakness.
To really understand why it's so important to save, we've got to jump back in time and look at its glorious beginning. This timeline puts it right at the center of a huge, powerful empire. It was built back in the 12th century by a great Ghurid sultan as a massive symbol of power and faith. And its design was so groundbreaking that you can actually see its influence in other famous structures, like the Qutb Minar in India, which was started just a little while later. The artistry here is just mind-blowing. We're not just talking about a pile of bricks. The entire surface is this incredible canvas of complex geometric patterns and a beautiful, shimmering band of turquoise tiles that form an ancient Kufic script. It's an absolute jewel of Islamic art that has somehow survived 800 years of brutal weather. So yeah, this isn't just some local treasure. The whole world has officially recognized how incredibly important this place is. Let's break down exactly why.
Okay, so when UNESCO gives something the title of Outstanding Universal Value, what they're saying is that this site belongs to all of us. It's a formal declaration that this place is totally, completely irreplaceable for all of humanity.
And here's the why in official terms. It's not just one thing. UNESCO recognized it for its unique mix of architectural styles, for being one of the last and most powerful reminders of the Ghurid civilization, and for being just a flat-out outstanding example of Islamic art and architecture. It checks a lot of boxes.
All right, so we've celebrated its amazing past. Now we have to turn to its very, very dangerous present. And here you can see the cruel irony of the situation. It's this incredible clash of beauty and peril. On one side, you've got this majestic, serene tower, and on the other, you have the very force of nature that carved this beautiful valley, the Ghurid River, which is now its mortal enemy, just eating away at the ground it stands on. It's really a perfect storm of problems making the situation so desperate. The foundations are constantly being worn away by not one, but two rivers. Its isolation means getting equipment and experts out there is a massive headache. And, after 800 years, the beautiful brickwork itself is just incredibly delicate. And this fact right here just drives home how urgent this is. Think about that for a second. The very same year the world officially recognized it as a global treasure was the exact moment it was also declared to be in immediate danger of disappearing. It's been hanging on by a thread for over 2 decades. Which brings us right up to today, to the final and most critical chapter of the Minaret's long story, this desperate, ongoing struggle for its very survival. This timeline really puts it all into sharp perspective, doesn't it? Centuries and centuries of standing strong, followed by decades of being on life support. This period of danger is now a huge part of its history. But there is some good news. This isn't a forgotten cause. There's a real effort underway, with big organizations like UNESCO, international experts, and, most importantly, the local communities who are the site's true guardians, all pulling together to try and find a solution. And so, at the end of the day, we're left with this one massive question. The fate of this 800-year-old masterpiece is literally hanging in the balance. And it's a challenge that falls squarely on our shoulders, on our generation. Just think about what we stand to lose.